From the national capital, ladies and gentlemen, where amid the heat wave, the water crisis continues in Delhi. Now, News 18 has accessed visuals from Chanakyapuri, where people are struggling to get access to clean drinking water. Ladies and gentlemen, this is happening in several parts of the national capital, where people are struggling to get access to clean drinking water with tankers across the city. As those visuals on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, you can see residents of Delhi in Chanakyapuri running after these water tankers to get some clean drinking water for their household chores as well as their families. You can see how they are rushing towards this water tanker that has come into their locality just to get access to clean drinking water amid the heat wave and the water crisis in the national capital. I'm joined by my colleague Akash on the broadcast. Akash, these are harrowing visuals coming in from the heart of the national capital, where you can see people scrambling to get access to clean drinking water. Even as the tankers are on the road running, people are climbing up the tankers just so that they can get access to clean drinking water for their homes. You can see the situation on the ground is so dire. There is a lot of desperation, especially in the heart of the national capital. Really harrowing scenes coming in.
Yes, and Ayushman, you see, when we talk about the area, this area is Chanakyapuri area. Chanakyapuri is the area where we have a number of embassies, where we have a number of diplomats living in the same area. And in this particular area, NDMC is the agency that distributes water. But then the claim is that even NDMC takes water from DJB, and DJB is nowadays claiming that they have shortage of water. We have seen how Water Minister of Delhi, Atishi, is claiming that Delhi is not getting adequate supply from Haryana, and this is why Delhi doesn't have any sort of additional we should say source of water, and this is why there is a shortage of water. On the other hand, we have BJP, which is alleging Aam Aadmi Party government, saying that you did not plan anything, and that's why you have situation like such. However, when I had a word with people on ground, so they are saying that this is a routine affair. Problem is going to intensify further, but they are not expecting any sort of relief. This is what the thought is. When we talk about Chanakyapuri area, so this area is under NDMC. NDMC is sending a number of tankers in this area, but these tankers are not enough, since the temperatures in the national capital are going up to 50 degrees Celsius. Yesterday we have recorded 46.8, which is a record in itself. After independence, this is for the very first time when the temperature in the national capital has gone up to 46.8 degrees Celsius. And at that time, people are struggling to get fresh water. People are struggling to get drinking water. In fact, when we talk about summers and when we talk about water supply, so water is one basic need, basic facility that any government can offer, that any government can provide. And this is one affair that Delhi is struggling in. In fact, when we talk about water, so water is required for drinking purposes, water is required for washrooms, water is required in coolers. In fact, these areas are the areas where you have low income group people living, and they are actually surviving on coolers, and coolers require in fact water. So water is the basic facility that they need, and this is the kind of condition that we have witnessed, where people are literally running after the tanker. They are literally climbing on the tanker to get their pipe inserted in that particular hole so that they can get the water. They are literally struggling to get drinking water, and governments in the national capital, no matter if it is BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party, we know that how things work for the national, for the NDMC, which is the council, New Delhi Municipal Council, and how things work for Delhi Jal Board. This is one image that the governments here in the national capital should see the conditions in fact, and should take a call on that basis.
Absolutely. These are scenes from the national capital, Akash, from the diplomatic heart of the national capital, where you can see like how these tankers as they enter these localities, people are running after them, grabbing whatever they can in order to fill those containers with water. You can see how this stream of pipes just emerges from these homes to try to get access to that clean water. People not even worried about their safety as they are thronging these water tankers. At the same time, even as the tanker is on the road, people climbing behind it so that they can get that water as soon as possible. And you're absolutely right, from cooking to household chores, everything requires water, and that's a crisis that the people of Delhi are facing amid the heat wave. But these scenes where these are very harrowing scenes coming in from the national capital, where people are so desperate to get access to clean drinking water, and what we have from the authorities is just a blame game coming in once again when it comes to Delhi's dire problems, from the NDMC to the Delhi Jal Board. Everyone just pointing a finger to someone else, saying that it's their problem why this crisis is taking place on the ground.
Yes, and Ayushman, you see, the sad part of the story is that even when governments claim that we are laying the pipelines, we are providing adequate water supply, this particular area, this camp, even when it is an unauthorized colony, you are going there for votes. You are, asking these people to vote for you, and then you are unable to provide even the basic facility. In this particular area, we have pipelines laid years ago. And in fact, today, when we have, big pipelines and big tankers, these tankers are never filled with water, because they claim that whenever tankers come, within a span of few minutes, this tanker gets empty, because this is such a demand. People come with plastic containers, plastic buckets, and all what they can arrange, so that they can get all their buckets and containers filled with water. This is their demand. This is what they need, and this is one basic thing. At around 11 on a daily basis, they are receiving this tanker. But they say that even tanker doesn't have any specific time. On one day, the tanker will come at around 11. The other day, the tanker will come at around 10:30. And the next day, the tanker can come at around 12 as well. So from 9 a.m., they are waiting for their tanker till 12 a.m. in fact, till 12 p.m. in fact. So this is what the condition is. No one is there to take a call. They say that every year, MLA come to ask for vote, but when they ask for water, so they say that we'll see, we'll take some step, but nothing happens on ground.
Absolutely. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That is 3 hours of waiting in the heat just for clean drinking water, water for household chores, water for cooking, water to put into your coolers as Delhi suffers from the heat wave. Akash, please stay with us. Akash also filed this report from ground zero amid the water crisis in the national capital. Let's get a look at that.
Standing in Vivekanand camp of Chanakyapuri, and there you see a water tanker has just arrived, and there you see the situation where people have been in fact trying to get drops of water and in fact to fill their water containers. There you see how they have been climbing on this water tank and struggling to get water for their household. This is the kind of situation in the national capital where we are seeing a lot of politics on water, and there on ground we have situation like such where people have been struggling for water. This area is in Chanakyapuri, which is a VVIP area, and there you have conditions like such where people, in fact both men and women, have been struggling for water. There you see pipes, and in fact the people have been climbing on this tank to get water. This is the kind of condition where we have Aam Aadmi Party leaders and ministers saying that Delhi is not receiving adequate water supply, and this is the reason why people and in fact areas are receiving less water supply.
And Akash continues to be with us on the broadcast as we continue to show those harrowing visuals coming in from the heart of the national capital. Ladies and gentlemen, locals in these areas are rushing up these water tankers to get access to clean drinking water.